I'm Elizabeth. I'm a graphic designer and illustrator working here in Sydney, Australia. I would like to acknowledge the lands on which I work, which is the beautiful Guringai lands. I really appreciate what an honour it is to live and work on Guringai land, surrounded by such amazing natural beauty. This beautiful gum tree is such an inspiration for me. I started ELK Prints 9 years ago when I had my son Aiden. I left my full-time corporate design job to raise my son, spend time with him, and also pursue a more creative path for myself. Running my own business, I was really able to embrace my passion, which was illustration, in particular watercolours. I also love playing with Chinese brush and ink, some Japanese techniques as well. To talk briefly about my journey as a graphic designer, I've always loved design. I've always had a great appreciation for beautiful design. So when I left school, I enrolled in a Bachelor of Design at University of New South Wales at the College of Fine Arts campus, called COFA back then. I loved doing design and I loved studying the different disciplines of design, not just graphic design, but looking at object design, environments, textiles, jewellery, ceramics. It was really wonderful to be able to explore all those different aspects of design. After graduating, I worked initially in publication design with magazines and newspapers before moving into a role at a very sort of corporate commercial studio where we worked with lots of really high-end big clients on all sorts of things. So we were doing branding, we were doing promotions, there were more magazines, all sorts of marketing collateral in different ways. So a really great opportunity for me to explore the different commercial applications of design. I left that role about 9.5 years ago when my son Aiden was born. It was the inspiration for me to kind of follow my own creative path. Running my own business, I was able to incorporate more of my own passions and interests. I particularly love illustration and I love working with watercolours. So I was able to kind of steer my business in a direction where I could use those illustration skills. And one way I did this was by focusing on creating beautiful invitation designs. I'd always had the knowledge of layouts and beautiful papers and the typography skills that are required for that. And then to be able to bring into that my watercolour illustrations to create my own unique assets for each design was really wonderful. Working with couples, I found that for me, custom design was where my heart was at. I really loved being able to meet a couple, talk to them about their passions, their interests, their stories, and tell their own unique love story through the designs that I created. So storytelling has always been a part of what I do as well. I'm telling the story of that couple through the design I create for their wedding. I would like to introduce you to this new side project of mine called ELK Prints Explores. I'm going to be using this opportunity to explore all that inspires me in my own creative journey as an artist and designer. I'm going to be taking you around Sydney to some of my favourite places, hopefully exploring some other artists and designers that inspire my work. With ELK Prints Explores, this is an opportunity for me to tell maybe more of my stories and really explore those places or things or elements that inspire me. So I hope you enjoy coming with me on this journey. As a designer, I currently don't get to spend that much time in the studio, usually only once a week, sometimes twice a week. I'm mostly preoccupied looking after my youngest child, my daughter Aurelia, who will be turning 3 soon. I thought this would be a really good opportunity for me to make the most of that time that I'm spending with Aurelia. I'm taking her around Sydney to explore different places. I'm the sort of Sydney-sider who doesn't stay in my little neat box. I definitely like to get out there and explore all the different corners of Sydney. I always find it a bit frustrating that some Sydney-siders kind of stay in a little corner of Sydney. I really encourage anyone who lives in Sydney to get in the car or get on the train, go walk and explore a bit further. In ELK Prints Explores, there's going to be quite a Japanese influence to my explorations because it's one of my main passions and loves. I love that they have this wonderful way of respecting the past and traditions. Craftsmanship is really revered in Japan, and the sort of attention to detail that goes into the design is really amazing. I also love the fact that they can be playful and modern and mix it up. So it can be innovative as well. It's not necessarily stuck in the past either, which is a really wonderful balance, I think. The other thing I really love about Japanese culture is their seasonality, the way all those little seasonal changes are celebrated, really taken note of. As someone who loves nature, I feel that that's a really beautiful thing to do. And certainly nature explorations are another thing that I'm going to be doing a lot in this series. So I hope you love the content that I produce. If you'd love to see more of it, make sure you comment or subscribe. Tell me what you love, and yeah, that feedback's really valuable for me as a designer when it comes to producing content that hopefully inspires you.